Have you ever had your own share of strange events that made you go, whoa, what are the odds? Or have you ever experienced some kind of twisted déjà vu? Sometimes the universe works in weirdly mysterious ways, making us wonder whether the Matrix is actually real. Get ready for some serious existential crisis as we count down the 12 one-in-a-million coincidences. What is up, Factnatics? This is Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Our number one pick is so uncanny, you absolutely have to see it to believe it. May the odds be ever in your favor.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Number 12, Slam Dunk. These people tried to shoot some crazy hoops, but just when they thought they'd made absolute fools of themselves, Lady Luck cheered from the sidelines and made the impossible happen. In an attempt to impress his followers, this dude attempted to pull off a long-distance shot, but his viral video took an unexpected turn. Great assist, Mr. Railing! Just when this kid thought his NBA dreams were over after his awkward basket, I guess he's meant for the big leagues after all. In this basketball match, the two teams were neck and neck. The black team had 2 seconds left on the shot clock for a slim chance to win the game. The team in white acing their free throws weren't doing the team in black any favors either, but on a wing and a prayer, this kid tried to sink a full-court buzzer beater. If I were you, I'd keep watching till number 1. You never know, their luck might rub off on you. Number 11, third time's the charm. The odds of winning the lottery is 1 in 290 million, and that's not even the most conservative estimate. You're more likely to get struck by lightning than to strike lottery gold, but not this obscenely lucky couple. Canadian couple Barbara and Douglas Fink won the lottery not once, not twice, but 3 times. In 1989, Douglas shared a cash prize worth 128,000 Canadian dollars with 4 of his friends. And in 2010, the couple won 100,000 Canadian dollars. 7 years later, Barbara did a Britney and said, when they became the other half of the 2 joint winners of Western Canada Lottery's jackpot, worth $16.3 million. Their total haul has amounted to a whopping $8 million. And in case you're interested, the winning numbers were 9, 21, 25, 26, 31, and 41. Honey, got some spare change?
Spare change, ma'am.
Number 10, bending over backwards. This single photo shows a series of unfortunate events. As you can see, the sandwich got stuck on its way out of the vending machine. The guy tried to turn his luck around as shown in his caption, but the universe has a nasty sense of humor.
No, God!
On the other end of the luck spectrum, there's this customer who not only managed to rescue their trapped beverage, but score an extra soda too.
That was awesome!
Number 9, second lease on life. More than 6,500 pedestrian deaths were recorded in the U.S. in 2019. If that's not enough warning for you to take extra care and look both ways when crossing the street, then this video might just do the trick. In November of 2017, a dash cam captured the near-death experience of this Chinese pedestrian in southern Chongqing. Watch as the slippery road proved to be this girl's guardian angel in disguise. Honestly, who wouldn't believe in miracles after seeing that? Number 8, that's a lot of luck. While we're on the subject of people lucky enough to get a second shot at life, meet Bill Morgan, a truck driver from Australia whose lucky streak actually began, believe it or not, after he got into a truck accident and suffered an almost fatal heart attack. In 1998, after being declared clinically dead for 14 minutes, Morgan was revived at the hospital. But then he fell into a coma, and after 12 days, just when his family was ready to pull the plug, Morgan woke up. Pleased with his second chance at life, Morgan wasted no time and proposed to his girlfriend, and they got married. But his cup of good fortune truly runneth over, because in 1999, he bought a scratch-off lottery ticket and won a car worth 17 grand. A local TV station was impressed with his story and asked him to reenact the scratch card scene. And that's when the TV crew captured the exact moment Morgan won the lotto yet again.
I just won 250,000. I'm not joking.
You're not, are you? Really?
I just won 250,000.
Congratulations, Bill. Good on you. Fantastic. Look.
Hey, mate, next time I'm down under, why don't we go for a drink? Number 7, the magical coat. In the 1939 film version of The Wizard of Oz, actor Frank Morgan played the role of the great and powerful Oz. But apart from that, he portrayed 4 other characters as well: a cabbie, a guard, a doorkeeper at the Wizard's Palace, and the fortune-telling Professor Marvel.
Professor Marvel never guesses, he knows.
For his fortune-teller role, the costume department went looking for the perfect coat, so they bought a whole rack from a secondhand store. One afternoon, when Morgan turned out the pocket of the chosen coat, he saw the name L. Frank Baum, the author of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz himself. To confirm if it really did belong to the author, the production team got in touch with the tailor and Baum's widow, who both confirmed the authenticity of the coat. Who knew the ruby slippers weren't the only iconic memorabilia in this all-time classic? Number 6, right place, right time. When the photographer snapped these photos of birds flying together across the skies of Costa Brava in Spain, he didn't immediately realize that he had just captured one of the most captivating pictures in the history of bird photography. Heck, it's birds flying in the shape of a bigger bird. How insane is that? Photographer Daniel Bieber took these jaw-dropping snaps of a flock of starlings in 2018. The starlings were flying together, shape-shifting mid-air and producing intricately coordinated patterns through the sky in a phenomenon called murmuration. This happy accident earned him a prize in an international photography competition and undoubtedly helped his career soar high. Number 5, a book's journey home. You might consider this story either romantic or haunting, depending on how you look at it. Back in the 1920s, American author Anne Parrish was in Paris with her husband, industrialist Charles Corliss, when they checked out some local bookshops. Parrish picked up a worn copy of the children's book Jack Frost and Other Stories and told her husband that she had an exact copy of this book when she was a kid. Her husband opened the cover and discovered a childish scrawl inside which wrote, Anne Parrish, 209 North Weber Street, Colorado Springs. It turned out to be the exact book she owned as a kid. Parrish can't remember how she lost possession of it, and obviously, she didn't know it managed to travel thousands of miles. I guess this is the final chapter to the story of a book that finally found its way home.
I'm not such a good reader myself, you know. We will have to help each other out. Yeah?
Number 4, Christmas with the Christmases. Christmas Eve of 2014 wasn't the most wonderful time of the year for twins named Lorraine and Lavinia. When on their way to deliver presents to each other, they had a car accident at the same time in Flitcham, England. And guess who their cars collided with? Each other! And the cherry on top of the proverbial cake, the twins' surname is Christmas. It's almost the stuff of tongue twisters. The Christmases crashed their cars into each other on Christmas Eve. The Christmases crashed their cars into each other on Christmas Eve. Yes. Number 3, Cosmic Connection. American writer Samuel Langhorne Clemens, more popularly known by his pen name Mark Twain, was born on November 30, 1835, just 2 weeks after Halley's Comet appeared in the Earth's skies. The famous comet is known to pass by our planet's vicinity about every 75 years. In 1909, Twain kind of predicted his death when he famously said, "I came in with Halley's Comet in 1835. It is coming again next year, and I expect to go out with it. It will be the greatest disappointment of my life if I don't go out with Halley's Comet. The Almighty has said, no doubt, now here are these two unaccountable freaks. They came in together, they must go out together." On April 20, 1910, the Halley's Comet appeared again, brighter than ever, and the following day, April 21st, 1910, Twain's end had indeed cometh when he died of a heart attack. Number 2. Something spatial. A French family went on holiday back in 2011 and returned home to see that a part of the roof was leaking. They called a roofer who took a look at the broken tile and told the family that whoever destroyed it must have come from the sky and must have had super strength. A closer look did confirm that the culprit came from the sky, but hold your horses, it wasn't Superman. It was apparently an 88-gram meteorite estimated to be around 4.5 billion years old. Experts considered this an exceptional event, especially since only 50 or so meteorites have fallen in France over the last 400 years. But this isn't even the most shocking part of this story. The family's surname happens to be Comet. Seriously? Of all the places on Earth, this rock from outer space specifically chose the roof of the comets? And for that, here comes another tongue twister. A comet had cometh over the comet's crib. A comet had cometh over the comet's crib. Pretty good. Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1. It's a small world after all. Married couple Alex and Donna Voutsinas were absolutely born for each other, but it took them a while to realize it. 1 week before the couple's wedding, they looked through childhood photos when one picture caught Alex's eye. It was Donna's childhood photo from when she visited Disney World with her family back in 1980. Alex immediately noticed his father in the background pushing a stroller, and guess who was in it? It's none other than Alex himself. The two lived in different areas at the time. Alex's family was visiting from Montreal and Donna's family was visiting from Miami. And remarkably, the two ended up together, not knowing that their paths had already crossed when they were kids.
To be in the same shot as my wife when we were basically like toddlers is unbelievable.
The two recreated the photo along with their own family, and this time it was Alex's turn to push his son's stroller. They sure found their place on the path unwinding, right, Sir Elton?
In the circle of life.
So how about you? Do you have your own 1 in a million coincidence? Share them with the world in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? Now, here are some people who could have definitely used a bit of good fortune. Check out our list of the 10 embarrassingly dumb ways people have died. Till then, thank your lucky stars, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.